Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about my recent script for my client that got 1 million views, and I'm going to break down all the principles that I use to help him achieve that number. So I'm the co-owner of Setback Studio, and this is the recent tweet I made just talking about each fundamentals I use to get those views and each fundamentals we use for every video almost. So without further ado, I'm going to break down each point in depth, telling you why I did what I did and why it works. For anyone curious for the channel, this is the channel I'm talking about. And as you can see, not a lot of subscribers, but he gets really good views. And these are the core principles we use for him to get those views. Let me start with my first point. Every word in the script matched the title and thumbnail perfectly. Now, what I mean by this is a lot of people in this niche settle for less. What I mean is they'll pick subpar clips and they'll just pick clips that don't really match the title. The first 4 are gonna match the title, and then the rest is just like random Twitch clips. That might be good, but they're not accurate to the title. And if you think that viewers are just gonna stay around watching those clips because they're funny or good, that's just really not the case. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Viewers are not that dumb. So get a good clip hunter who knows exactly how to find the clips that are perfectly matching the title. I do my own clip hunting but some of my clients have clip hunters. So this is just a basic guide to keeping track with what they're providing and if it's good or not. Moving on to point 2. If you want high retention, don't spoil the moment. I'll never reveal what's about to happen. I'll only say, but even if he wasn't ready for what about to happen next, or when suddenly the sirens grew louder. So this is the actual script, but for you guys, I have highlighted the sections that I want to talk about in a neat little way. And if you want the link to this document that you're looking at right now, just comment below and I'll share it with you. So foreshadowing. This is my first example where I used foreshadowing for Moist Critical's clip, where B went into his room and he got scared. So, when Moist Critical was live streaming deep into the Elden Ring boss fight, when an uninvited guest decided to make an appearance. So, I hope you're getting the idea. It's just, you don't write the exact thing, so there's something going on in the mind of the viewers that who's this uninvited guest, what's gonna happen, stuff like that. Pretty straightforward, but it is important. If you just type out everything that's gonna happen, they're not gonna watch the clip. Why would they watch it if you already told them what happens? It's like spoiling a movie or giving someone a big spoiler. People don't like that. People want to know what happens, but they also want to tease a little bit of hook to, grasp, oh, something big is happening. Let me have a sip on my tea. Alright, next topic. You're foreshadowing, not explaining. Okay, this is the one key thing I really want to talk a lot about. Writing isn't for commentary, it's to fill in the blanks. So let me go to this point and talk about filling in the blanks. I think I will pick a good topic. I'll give you guys a few examples. So for this one, we have a streamer streaming and he's working and chatting with his viewer when he noticed something strange on the security cameras. So if you look at the clip, it's like not that clear that he's looking at the security. A little bit, he's looking right here, but what we're doing is like a viewer might miss this because like in a few seconds, like he's suddenly like going to the guy and like trying to fight with him, and we cut out some parts. So it's better to fill in those gaps with scripting. That's why you need scripts for these videos and just not showing just all the compilation clips. You need that extra depth and information for the people to know, oh, this is what's gonna happen, or this is why that happened. If I give you a better example of this is this one. Toot streamer, I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name, was walking around in the streets of LA. Now notice on the LA part, we're being very specific of where he is, what he's doing, and why he's there. Where are we? Who's involved? Why does it matter? What's the tension? Right? He is this guy, Nezit. Oh, all right, I tried. And he's in LA. He's chatting with his viewers. But suddenly, what's gonna happen? The distant sounds of sirens grew louder and louder. So we're combining all the missing information that the viewer might not be able to get from the actual clip, and we're filling in all the gaps. So if I show you the clip right here, this is just walking around.
He's got a flat
tire. Oh! Pretty good clip. But the point being is you really want to tell the viewer what they don't know already. You don't want to say what's happening. You want to fill in the gaps that the clip is missing. They might not know who the person is. They might not know where they are. They might not know the stakes. So those are the things as a scriptwriter that are important to do. Moving on. Wait, one more sip of my tea. You set the stakes, build the scene, let the visuals deliver the payoff. I think this point is just going back to the foreshadowing. If you tell everything that's gonna happen, they're just not gonna care to watch the video. So let the clip shine, okay? You're there to like make the clip shine more, right? If you add in some suspense to it and add in some foreshadowing, you want to make the clip shine brighter. You don't want to take away its spotlight. You don't want to tell everything. So yeah. Viewer commentary, our next point, the secret weapon. So what is viewer commentary and why it's important? If you want to make a faceless YouTube channel, you would find it hard to get subscribers on it, or you would find it hard for people to have a connection to it. If you think about your biggest YouTubers, you never really think about, let's say, a faceless channel that just does documentary videos. Maybe some of you do, but all your big channels are gonna have someone with a personality, with a face, like PewDiePie or I don't know, whoever you like. But my point being is you add in these personality or like reacting like a viewer bits to make them feel like, oh, this is some guy with a personality and he's with us, he's watching and reacting as well, and he's connecting with us. So this is really important. Like a lot of people miss out on this step, but I feel like this is really important to build an audience and for people to go and subscribe later onto your channel, not just watch your video. And if I give you some examples of it, is reacting like a viewer. First of all, this is just more of a questioning. Like you're questioning, making them think, what would you do in this situation? Lock your doors or freeze? Take him to the cops or hit the gas? It's like a MCQs. Like you're asking the viewer what they would have done, and then you're showing the clip of what the actual guy does. But a better example of this would be if I scroll down. Yeah. So this guy gets into a car crash and instantly he goes, chat, clip that.
Holy shit, 6 viewers. Okay.
Yeah. And this is like the honest reaction every guy's gonna have is like, seriously, dude, clip it. Like everyone's gonna, a normal human would not say, chat, clip it in that situation. So right there's a perfect touch of, you're showing your true emotions and you're reacting with the viewer who's gonna have the same reaction to, dude, why is this guy saying clip it? Go get some help or call 911 or something, Another example I want to give is right here when a hawk steals a steamer's food and we have the line, no way, did that just really happen? Like you're acting like you're shocked even though you have seen the clip. You want to react with the viewer again. You want to say, wow, I could not believe what I saw in my eyes. It goes back to our 1 in a million moments that it improves it by us reacting that, wow, this is a crazy thing, and you're watching these crazy clips, but also you're reacting with them that if they had this thought that, wow, does that really happen? And you're just saying the things they might be already thinking of, reacting like a viewer. Okay, no fluff. Say more with less. Not what I'm doing right now. I'm talking a lot, but that is not what you guys will do. So what I mean by this is a lot of people, if a sentence can be said in like a few words and you guys spread it out to like, I don't know, like there's like one line sentence and there's like 3 lines written about it. I don't know if there's a perfect example I can give, but let me scroll to find it. Okay, I think this might be a good example. So, right here it's like Speed claimed he could jump over a moving car, and the internet laughed, accusing him of faking the initial stunt. So another way you could write is, back in the day, Speed used to claim that he could jump over moving cars, and a lot of people on the internet used to clown on him or used to make fun of him, but accusing him that he's just faking the initial stunt. So I said the similar thing, but I used a lot of words. I used a lot of fluff. What you want to do is try to make the sentence very concise. And how you can help with this is using AI. If you give it a single sentence or a paragraph and you're like, ChatGPT, make it concise, he's gonna let you know. He's not gonna bullshit you. He's gonna let you know why you're adding like 4 letters here and why are there so many ifs, buts, was, the. And he's just gonna make a neat and clean, concise sentence for you that you can overview and then say, oh, I don't like the way this AI just makes everything phrased weird. Let's change the phrasing, but you get the idea that if something can be said in few words, don't ramble on and try to like add different words to it. It's just gonna make the script longer, it's gonna make the video boring, and it's gonna lower your attention. If an 8-year-old can't get it, cut it. Simple equal more views. Another important point. This is going to be the last point, but it's a very crucial one. Now, a lot of people might know what kind of niche they're targeting, right? They can check their YouTube tab that, my audience is usually young or my audience is usually old. But a good rule of thumb is, why would you not want an 8-year-old to, I mean, not that young, but why would you not want a 12-year-old to enjoy your content and a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old? Like, why can't everyone have fun watching your content? And the reason I mentioned that is a lot of people use some words that not a lot of people in the world might be able to understand. A lot of people maybe not from the US, or they're from like a different country where they know basic English, but they don't know those fancy words like maybe disastrous. Now I think that everyone knows that. Devastating could be like intrigue, could be a word like that. So it's just a simple example of like, if we can use basic words and still get the point across, why use those fancy words at the risk of losing viewers? If you could read this script, you would find that I rarely use any word that a young audience might not be able to understand. Every word has to be simple, and you have to keep thinking that, oh, is this a big fancy word? Do I need it here? What value does it add? Does it add that much value that I'm risking some people not understanding it? And if that's the case sometimes, then go for it. But most times you can just get by with using normal words like devastating. Instead of devastating, you can say something crazy happened. Or instead of intrigue, you can say, wow, that was really surprising. Just a few examples of, if you can get the job done with simpler words, always go for that. And that concludes this video. And let me know if you still have questions of something that I didn't cover. Actually, I didn't cover hooks that much, now that I think about it. So, hooks, why they're important and how you should write them. Let me go for some hooks. I actually didn't cover the intro as well. Wow, I'm procrastinating as hell. Sorry if this video is very long. So, hooks. But while this kid was escaping the law, another streamer was running for his life. Now, a very nice hook, if I say so myself, glazing. But first of all, you're connecting the two clips. Some viewer just watched the past clip and now they know what happened, that some kid tried to break the law. But what's crazier than breaking the law? Running for your own life. Now it's just Moist Fiddle running away from a bee, but he is running away for his life. So hooks like this, like that are almost close to a little bit of a lie, but we're not really lying. We're just hyping up the situation to be a bit more suspenseful, a bit more extreme. Even though that in reality that might not be the case, that's what the hook should do. It should intensify the situation and hook the viewer into thinking what's gonna happen next. Now, let me look at another nice hook. Oh, while Speed McQueen was busy fighting a fire, another swimmer felt like they stepped onto a set of an action movie. So another hook that we're using intrigue here, not much of a crazy hook, but action movie just makes it think like a lot can happen on an action movie, from like shooting guns or like car crashes or like explosions or whatnot. So this hook just provides intrigue to the viewer. And lastly, intro. Intros are the most important part, so I don't know why I'm covering it last, but you want to keep your intros very short, very concise, and while doing that, you want to hook your viewer into what's coming or what this video is all about. You want to set the grounds for what they are expecting. You want to let them know, I'm not going to bullshit you. This is exactly what you're going to get for the whole video, and this is a little bit of a glimpse, like Mr. Beast does, like all your big YouTubers do. So, our voiceover actor, I'm just going to hold the mic real close to him, and he's going to be like, these are 1 in a million streamer moments. And while he's doing all of that in a Morgan Freeman voice, I don't have that, we're going to show glimpses of our best clips. Best clips or using clips of the most famous people. It's an intro, guys. If the viewer doesn't recognize straight away what he's getting into, or he doesn't recognize XQC, Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, like we did in the thumbnail, if you see Kai Cenat, Jack Doherty, I Show Speed, Neon, Jack Doherty, Sneeko. Not really that famous, and I think that might be the case with the views here. Sorry, don't tell the Wolf I said that. But like I said, guys, the bigger names are gonna get you the bigger views. You want the fans to be able to recognize what they're getting themselves into. They want instantly, as they see this clip, they want to know what's gonna happen, and they're gonna get it. Like, this is our first clip. Kai Cenat, the monitor is going through his screen. He's looking like something crazy happened. And then the car crash. And then lastly, we have the carpet on fire. All crazy clips. One of them is not a famous guy. I mean, 2 of them. But we set the stage by saying, oh, we're going to do famous people, but oh, we're also going to do crazy instances. And in just one line, these are 1 in a million streamer moments, we set the stage for the whole video. And I'm going to give you more examples if you guys want in future scripts. Let me know if there's still questions that I have not answered. And lastly, this is not the way I usually format my scripts. This is a final script, so it's formatted differently. When you make a script, I would suggest making it something like this. So highlighting what's what, timestamps, editor instructions. Even if you're writing your own script, it's nice to have these editor instructions. So when you're writing the script, a thought, idea comes to your mind, you don't want to like just keep writing and sometimes forget some ideas, and when you get it to editing, some of those ideas are gone. So instantly when you're writing, you can make a little notes of yourself that, oh, increase this volume so the viewers can hear the earthquake, or this is line set to it, last clip end, pull the plug, yada yada. But these are the editor instructions that are gonna help your editors understand what the thought was behind this point, the script, or even if you're doing it yourself, it's a nice way to keep reminding yourself what you need to do with what scene. And Thank you for watching this 20-minute recap. Wow. See you guys later.